Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
What's up,
happening?
guys?
Hey, hey. Tan Water, thanks for filling that little bit of space for us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah, Water's awesome. I've been talking back with him for a while now, since I guess the launch of Phantomon, and and he's a real down to earth guy, good guy.
One of my
I think
favorites.
uh, I think the whole DMD team owns Phantomons.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I got about 30 of them. What's up, guys?
Yeah,
Sorry, I
I think I
joined
had
in when in mid
27.
conversation.
Yeah, this is our guy, Dream. He heads up like our marketing and social media.
Dream, nice to meet you, bud.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Great to have you
What's up,
guys in
Water?
here. Super excited about this one because this was a cool little announcement. I was pretty excited to hear this as a Phantomon trainer, collector, and Entgunk stacker. Uh, then all of a sudden, you guys brought some utility to my Entgunk. Now I'm learning some more DeFi. Again, this is what Phantomons has done to me. It got me into the DeFi world a little bit. So now I'm providing FTM and gunk and earning DMD, which is going to be a food for Phantomons. So this is a hella cool partnership.
Yeah, I mean personally I own 30 Phantomons, and I started pairing up some of my Nkunk too. And I think it's really interesting just the amount of like uses you can get working with other projects for your token that might not have had a use in any way, shape, or form in games, but now it has a use in a game, even if it's not a game that's on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was really cool when we partnered up with Larkin and Water to do that, because I know a lot of people were just wondering what to do with their Nkunk until the game until the actual Phantomons come out, and then you can use it as food. And so just being able to pair it and earn another food, I think is really interesting. And I know we're looking at doing that with a few other projects um, in similar ways, not necessarily like games, but um, just something like bringing more utility to the token by pairing it with another token and then burning DMD in some sort of way on the other platform for the game or whatever project they have.
Right, I guess that's kind of one of the big things. I mean, I'm not a fucking DeFi expert at all. I couldn't tell you shit about this world. Uh, yeah, I got rugged like 3 times in the last 2 weeks on just meme coins. Uh, I don't do tokens a whole lot, but I guess the main thing with a lot of these DeFi platforms when it comes to holding their token long term is that the platforms seem to have to figure out a way to either bring a utility to the token that makes it somehow almost better than the base of like a phantom, or uh, a way to basically burn the shit out of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the crazy thing too is that, like, me and the team, we were all kind of BSC people, and then when we moved over to, we were gonna initially launch on KCC, which I mean, everybody, I mean, if you don't know much about KCC, there really isn't much to know about KCC, which is why we ended up launching on FTM. But in all of the communities I've been in, BSC, KCC, Mover, none of those communities are really doing stuff like the FTM community is doing. I mean, I feel like it's every day that I hop on social media and I see another token getting a new use case in a very interesting way that just isn't done on other platforms. And I mean, like, just for example, with the Phantomons and pairing D or pairing FTM with it and earning DMD to just earn more food with your food. And I know Funeral is doing something with the Scullies and summoning, and is looking to work with us to basically have have a farm or a partnership in some way where DMD can earn you summons that are gonna work with their next project.
Mm.
And it's just the amount of use cases you can get off of one thing and turn it into something where you have one token paired with another farming a token that you can either use or pair with another and earn, that is going to help you in one way shape or form with a game, or just earning more. And I feel like FTM is really the only or the only chain out there that really has people as a community working together in such ways where it's like, hey, look, your token doesn't have a use case that is widespread right now, but we need help and we would love to partner with you, but not just partner by let's do a partner farm or let's do a partner pool, which is, I feel like, so typical in other platforms. But like, let's make a pool and a farm, but actually have the reward work on the other project's platform. And I feel like FTM is one of the only platforms really, I wouldn't say not the only one doing it, but really doing it in the way that FTM is.
Well, yeah. I mean, I appreciate hearing that. I've been on a bit of an FTM maxi for a bit now. Uh, it does feel like this community's real intense with like we try to stay away from the bullshit. We when BSC went through its big rug pull season, that quickly followed over to Phantom. But it seemed that we were able to keep it kind of very short. Kind of a lot of resources popped up. FTM Alerts was really great at all of a sudden this new like you're trying to verify projects to avoid rug pulls, and then people in the community were like, make sure you should be checking into the FTM Alerts verified projects. If it's not verified, it's a bit risque. Uh, so as a community, it does feel like it's super it's super grassroots. Uh, and then there's this whole mindset that all these artists I talk to, Water's one of them, that kind of talk about building projects over here that say like, I don't just want to bring a JPEG here or a meme token here. Like there's so much more to what Phantom is actually able to offer from a tech standpoint that like you almost just want to respect the chain and try to build some cool shit.
Yeah, and I mean, the incentives definitely help. I mean, I think FTM leading kind of the road in project incentives for people to keep building is really what takes away kind of the BSC aspect of rug pulls left and right, and just kind of shitty projects that are thrown together in a day, just trying to take people's money. And that's really the end of the day that, like, I feel like most projects on BSC have become. But I feel like on FDM, people are, as you said, like, people are just more serious. Like, people just don't want to deal with the bullshit, and they just want to get right down to earning some money or playing some games. And I can't honestly say I've really seen even like NFT, like many NFT projects that haven't done anything with the utility in their NFT. I mean, like, for example, Phantom Knights. That was one me and a few guys got into, and like that group over there, even though it's a very limited mint with their knights, they still created a war aspect where you can send your knight off to battle and earn a pot of money. And it's even taking, because I mean they could have easily just created the Phantom Knights and sold them and then left
Mm-hmm.
it at that, but they didn't. And I feel like people are really trying to give utility out of it because people know that utility is the way of the future with NFTs. Because if you have an NFT that doesn't have utility, well, then you're just art, and all art is speculation, and speculation can really kind of just destroy your project in the end. Because overall, I mean, look at most of the art in the modern day. Most artists don't even get recognized until they're dead. Um, and you don't, like, with NFTs, you have such a heavily saturated market that you have to stand out in one way or another, which in some ways I feel like forces people to build unique and interesting use cases for their projects. Which, I mean, I've just been loving seeing that, and I know our team has been talking in different ways of like, hey, this project launched. How can we partner with them to get a new utility out of our token that is going to help not just us, but help them in their community. And it's kind of a growth of communities alongside each other, which I think really just kind of spurs that the community being so strong and not wanting to deal with BS.
Yeah, no, I really like the mindset. Now, this see, it's cool for me talking to you guys because obviously you guys come from the kind of the DeFi world. I'm humble NFT degen, been one for quite a while now. It it's cool for me to see, DeFi platforms starting to look for these partnerships with NFT projects, and vice versa. Yeah, I talk with FTM degen from Spirit Swap all the time, and that dude is one of the biggest NFT degens, and we're always having conversations of like kind of what where Spirit's mind is at when it comes to uh, trying to bring a utility to NFTs or a utility to their token via NFTs. Is there a potential focus for you guys? Because it sounds like you guys are kind of big NFT fans. Um, and
Yeah,
I would say you're probably already innovative when it comes to partnering up with uh, an NFT project.
yeah. Well, I mean, since the start of Dark Matter and the conception of it with our group, I mean, our end goal has always been NFTs and bringing a use case to NFTs, which is why when we initially launched, or when we were initially going to launch on KCC, we wanted to work with NFTs Realm, which we ended up buying after moving to FTM, and they moved to FTM. We bought them out, but the reason that we wanted to work with an NFT marketplace is so that we would have that view, not only that view on our NFTs right off the bat, but really just to help um, kind of get a platform where we can build a long term community with. Because I feel like a lot of the NFT projects, they don't really build relationships with the marketplace that they are listed on. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
building a relationship with the marketplace can be a really big thing, because it's not just sometimes the projects don't have the ability to innovate to certain degrees as where a marketplace will, because they're generating a lot more fees and will give a lot more utility overall. So our project, when we once we moved over to FTM, launched, and then we bought FTM or NFTs Realm, which we're moving over. Um, part of part of that was bringing more utility to our token in the way of you're going to be able to buy NFTs with dark matter.
Title, baby.
So on NFTs realm, you'll be able to either buy an NFT with FTM, which is going to have a 7.5% fee, or you can buy it with DMD, which is going to have a 5% fee. A portion of that's going to go to burning the DMD token,
Mm.
but that also helps bring people into our platform. And in our platform, we're going to launch our own NFTs, which we already have them all created. They're each of our generals. So if you don't know I mean by our generals, take some time in the future to go check out our docs. We're more of a story-based NFT platform. So we have a whole story built around the dark matter universe, and then we have generals in the wars. And those generals are going to be on our NFTs, and then those generals are going to eventually be able to be staked on our platform. And then when you stake it, we're thinking of a few different ways of making the staking a little more kind of, I'd say, different than what anybody's really seen before, because even just NFTs isn't our end goal. We want to do comic books. So we're looking that you can possibly get our NFT general, and there's going to be a lot of things that come with that. But overall, we want people to be able to earn our comic books, and the only way that you'd be able to earn our comic books is through staking our NFTs.
Hmm.
How would you earn the comic book, or like how would that look? That's something we're still trying to figure out. That's kind of an end goal. But having that marketplace as part of dark matter by being able to use the token on dark matter really helps us build a community with the marketplace and all of the projects in our marketplace so that we can kind of foster those relationships like we already are now with Water and Larkin and other projects of bringing even more utility to the token. Because if you work with one of those projects, say, for example, let's just keep going on Entgunk. So say you take your Entgunk and you pair it with FTM and you're earning DMD. Well, now if somebody lists a Phantomon on the NFTs Realm marketplace, well, if you're earning DMD, you can now then, instead of just using it for food, you could also buy more Phantomons. And
Mm.
that's just from earning with your Entgunk and your FTM. So it's basically just kind of I think it's just an ecosystem built around one platform that enables other projects to really build that ecosystem and possibly use the dark matter token as kind of that base ground to build off of. So it's something that I mean I definitely haven't seen we definitely haven't seen any project do before, but we're really looking at every way that we can kind of attack from and really build as much utility as possible, not for ourselves, but for the other projects. Because, I mean, it's not like we're trying to take down other projects on the network. I mean, long term, the projects that win are the projects that are innovating, and the projects that are innovating are working with other innovative products. And we really feel that the marketplace enables that, as well as our NFTs will help enable that. Um, and I mean, there's gonna be a lot more things that you'll get with our NFTs, such as merch and possibly games. But I think overall, it's really building that unique ecosystem. Because I mean, Paint Swap, for example, they have their own token. You can buy your NFTs in Brush.
I wish they were doing so much more.
Yeah, exactly. And like, but then having their Brush token, well, the only thing you can really do with it is farm it
Yeah.
or buy NFTs with it. But then outside of that, what can you do with it? You can't really do anything.
Yeah.
And that was something that we looked at. We're like, look, if we're going to add dark matter to our marketplace, what more can we do with it that Paint Swap isn't doing?
Right.
And that's I feel like working with the other projects on the marketplace that we have as verified creators is really going to help kind of just take that to the next level that no one's really done before, and not just not bring more utility to just our token and our NFTs, but that it benefits everybody that's on the marketplace if they're partnering together.
So when it comes to the verified creators, the thought is that this is through the founders tokens. You'll need to stake your founders tokens to basically get a vote in kind of curating.
So um that is something I'm not 100% sure on. I know Jason I think Jason might know a little more on that, but I don't think it's necessarily something where we're going to have people vote for that. It's
Okay.
more we're just trying to verify artists that they are who they say they are.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, because I mean we don't want to limit it where people are having to vote with founders tokens, because then right off the bat right there you're only having a limit of up to 169 people that are making those decisions of verified artists. And in my opinion, having only 169 people isn't a large enough group to really be voting, and I feel like it's something that
But
yeah.
could you potentially do a curated series? Because this is one of the issues that I have. It's not an issue I have with PaintSwap, but they've been a fucking incredible at giving us any kind of fucking marketplace that's usable when it comes to NFTs. So I'm super grateful for them. Uh, but there's an aspect to what it's not that there's a need for taste making in this industry, but uh, there's a space for taste making in this industry. When it comes to how much capital that we all kind of understand is going to be coming into this space, there is an aspect to I think community curation that is potentially important.
Yeah. No, I totally agree on that because it's just that so dark matter and NFTs realm, though they are like you can use the dark matter token on NFTs realm to purchase NFTs, they aren't necessarily one and the same. So
Right.
dark matter and NFTs realms, they're still separate projects, and that's something that we want to keep. We want to keep them as separate projects because I feel like having it where it's part of dark matter makes it a little more biased
Right.
in some ways. Um, and it's just we want the end goal for it is that we want everybody to be able to have access to a good marketplace, just
Mm-hmm.
like PaintSwap, just like Arteon, which I've never used in my life.
Oh, it's
Um,
fucking
I don't think anybody really has. I got a free NFT in a giveaway, and I just don't touch it too
so
much.
difficult.
Yeah, exactly. But the verified artist is more just we just want to verify people to make sure that they are who they say they are.
Yep.
They are an actual artist, and they're not just taking random JPEGs off the internet and saying, "Hey, this is my artwork."
Yep. It'd be nice if
So
it'd be nice if fucking Artian did that shit. I can't
yeah,
even you can't even go on that website, man. It's like
no, it's
I go
terrible.
on and I'm like the whole first page is literally Bored Ape copies. And I'm like,
Like,
really? Like this is our fucking marketplace that we're showcasing?
yeah, it is kind of embarrassing that as FTM as a whole, like that's the marketplace that they made, which they could have definitely done something way better. But I think it does. I mean, the beauty of it is it does open up the ability for other marketplaces to pop up and really kind of take the show. Because if Arteon had been an amazing NFT marketplace, it would be really hard to compete with the network's own NFT marketplace.
Right.
Um, but when it comes to like verified creators, we have on each profile a place that a verified creator can put their social media links, a link to their website, stuff like that, so that it shows that they are a legit artist. And that's all we're really verifying is that they are who they say they are. They are a legit artist. They are creating their own works. Because it's just to make sure that people aren't just buying some, like as you said, like crappy ape like knockoff
Hmm.
because I mean, Lord knows that there's thousands of those out there.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw two more pop up today. I know Radio Kaka did their own did their own punk variation, and it's like it's all overdone. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's how a lot of these basic art NFTs are, is they're overdone because they're just ripping it from another project and claiming it as their own.
Yeah.
Um, and so it's just to verify that the artist is who they say they are, that people can trust trust them in some regard to buying their NFT and not just buying a piece of crap.
Right.
But um, when it also gives us the ability to add more for verified creators. So we want what we're looking at right now is adding a merch store. So the merch store wouldn't be exclusive to NFTs realm. It would actually be something where any verified creator on the platform can get a merch store if they want, and it won't have to really they won't have to put any upfront costs really into it.
Mm.
So it's the way that we're going to be doing that is actually through a good friend of mine who owns his own screen shirt printing business. It's called oh man, let me think. Dummy Thick LLC. A great
That's a great name.
name.
That's a great fucking name.
So it's Dummy Thick LLC, and
Oh my
so
god.
what he's doing is he actually sources all of the shirts himself. He actually like will buy in bulk. He has a bulk wholesaler's license. He buys his shirts in bulk, and he creates a screen print for each design. So it's not like somebody is going to be just able to go onto one of those million print to order sites, slap your design on a shirt, and then just start sending them out. This is actually going to be something where it's another artist working with artists to get their art on merch to sell, but not just to sell. It's also these artists are going to be able to partner up with him, send designs. He'll make the only thing that the artist will have to pay for is the initial amount that it's going to cost for him to make the screen for the design that he can use to print. And then after that, everything is going to be basically print to order, and it'll be through his site. But we're looking at adding a separate box on each verified creators platform where they can put their link to his store with their own store within his store. And so he'll print to order any orders. Right now, it's most likely going to be just US from the start, just because international shipping is a nightmare.
Mm.
Um, but it'll be usually probably just like a few designs per artist that they can get on the t-shirt so their community can buy it. But but people will have two options to buy. So they'll actually be able to buy the shirts through the site with fiat, but he's also going to be doing limited t-shirt NFT launches with
Ooh.
verified creators as well.
Ooh.
So say Phantomons wants to do a 100 t-shirt limited design t-shirt for their community, or just for people in general. So what you'll be able to do is either pay him up front for it in FTM, and get all of those shirts NFTs sent over to you to do for giveaways or stuff like that, or it will be a partnership where you guys agree on a commission split on the shirts after what they sell for, and then do an initial listing of them on the marketplace. And then those NFTs, you can buy that NFT shirt and you can either flip it, but the second you want that shirt, you burn it.
Mm.
Once you burn that shirt, then you just reach out to us, verify the burn, and then he will send out the physical shirt of that limited edition. And those editions won't go up for sale ever on his website. They'll be just between the projects that he's partnering with.
Super
So
cool.
it's another way for project verified creators on our platform to make to have an extra stream of revenue for them to continue their efforts, and build up their community more. I mean, it's a way for you to get merch out there, but also not just generic merch that you're selling to everybody, but to get really limited shirt designs, clothes designs. I mean, it doesn't have to be shirts. It can be really any article of clothing he can do the screen printing with, but it's whatever the project wants. So it's just something that we're probably going to be launching uh, early 2022, so probably January or February we're looking at. But it's something that we're looking to do to help verified creators on our platform, because again, without creators on NFT's realm won't be there. And so we want to make sure that we're supporting the artists in any way, shape, or form that we can as a marketplace. And I mean, that's honestly just one of the ways. I mean, we'll have free minting of NFTs on our platform, which is really one of the biggest things that we're doing to help creators, because sometimes for a new artist who is just hopping into the NFT space, they might not have much money, but for them to get their art out there, they won't need to pay any minting fees. We'll cover the minting fees so that you can get your art out there and really start becoming a part of the community and building a community up around your project without having to have many upfront fees in the first place on you as an artist.
Yeah, well, I like what you guys are doing because there's a gap there where we had the thought was to stop shit quality art from being put on a marketplace. You need to have a fee, but then there's incredible artists from very fucking poor parts of the world that this shouldn't be a gatekeeper. Um, but something like Artian, which is really really low fees, there's a lot of just fucking bullshit, obviously.
Yeah.
So the concept that you guys have recognized this as a whole and went, hey, guess what? We're gonna verify them first, uh, and then they can mint for free. I think that is an awesome way to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, with the art that goes out there, like I feel like no matter what marketplace you have, even if you're paying $20 to mint your art, or you're paying nothing to mint your art, no matter what, I mean, look at all the marketplaces. It hasn't stopped anyone from minting shit art
Mm.
or crappy projects. I mean, because the sad truth is that there's always people out there that will pay for it because they're speculating on, even if they know it's a shit project, they're still speculating that a bunch of other people will jump in, so they're like it's still a cash grab. And that's not something you can really stop necessarily, but it's something that I think fee structure will definitely kind of stop people from really putting out a lot of their NFT, like a lot of crap NFTs, because our fees are a tiny bit higher than other platforms, and we recognize that. But it's something that, like, for transaction fees, because again, it's 5% if you pay in DMD, and it's 7.5% if you pay in FTM. But that really incentivizes people that, look, if you want your project to sustain long term, it has to be a good project because the fees are a little bit higher. And whereas, say, if you were minting something for a small fee, but then paying a less fee on transactions, you're going to have a lot more people trading those, which does bring a lot of people into buying artwork that is just going to be like, if somebody say for paint swap, say somebody mints an NFT that they know is crap and they're just trying to sell it for a cash grab. Well, you're paying a smaller fee on that NFT buying it, so somebody doesn't feel as bad buying it because they know that if they want to sell it quickly, they are going to be able to recover most of that money after the fees. But on our marketplace, say you're buying something and you buy it in FTM, well, there's a 7.5% fee. And then you want to sell it in FTM, well, there's a 7.5% fee. So if you're trying to look to flip and you're trying to look to just like heavily speculate on just art NFTs, you're going to have a tough time because now you have to make up for those fees that you paid. Or well, not sorry, not 15%. It would be 7.5% because you're only paying for it. The other person is paying for it on the end when they buy it from you.
Right.
But still, it's a higher fee, and that's cost that you're going to have to recuperate. So it really, I feel like, pushes people to kind of step back when they're buying an NFT
It's
and
like
think, is this NFT something that is going to be good long term, and is this something that I'm going to hold long term and not just buy to speculate
it's
with?
funny because it's almost like adding like the Safe Moon meme coin slippage idea into NFTs. Uh,
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's definitely not with, not in the same regard, but like, but yeah, no, I get what you mean. Um, and like those fees are going back to building a marketplace, going back to building the marketplace better and better. I mean, we're eventually like we want to have like possibly games integrated into our platform. We're looking at adding a ton of more things in the future on the platform again to help the artists because that if you are helping the artist, then those artists are going to stay there and not go to the next marketplace that pops up. Because if we launch NFTs realm and we have those fees and but we're not using those fees to build up our platform more and keep helping out those artists in any way that we can, well then in the end the people are just going to go to the next marketplace when the next marketplace pops up. And most platforms don't help their artists. I mean, the only way I've personally seen other platforms really help artists long term are like some of the platforms that'll do a verified or not a verified, but a like a sponsored artist, and they'll sponsor one of the artists on their front page or something like that.
yep.
And that's really the only way I've seen like some other projects do that. And that's, I mean, that's something that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing like sponsored artists of the week, and a few other things weekly. But in the end, we want to give back to the community that is helping NFTs realm, which is the artists. And helping build that ecosystem long term is something that is just going to make the marketplace in our eyes be a top tier marketplace because you have to innovate. And most marketplaces, once they launch, they start earning those fees and they're like, hey man, look, I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees, like what do I really need to do, like why should I do more to like add to the platform?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I? Because they're making their money and people are still using their platform, but they're not thinking of what happens when the next marketplace comes
Mm-hmm.
and they do something a little better than us. Well, then that money that you were making all of a sudden just dwindles. And where we want to make sure that the artists on our platform are comfortable with our platform, and if another NFT marketplace comes out, it's a no brainer to stay on NFT's realm because you just get supported in any way, shape, or form, or in multiple ways that you just don't get on any other platform. And it's the way I think of it is kind of like the FTM incentives program. It's, hey, look, you do good with us and you build on our program. Well, we're going to reward you to help you keep building and become a bigger and better project over time. And it's a self-sustaining ecosystem. And that's really that. I mean, with all of it, with dark matter and NFT's realm, we are trying our hardest to make them self-sustaining ecosystems because I mean, you want in the end of the day that DMD token to not be sold, and you want somebody to use it instead of selling it to help out the ecosystem more. And that's what I feel like our team is always looking at it around every corner is what can we do to add more utility for us and for others.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying what I'm hearing here because, I mean, my limited DeFi understanding is that, yeah, you have to have either a crazy community around your token or you're kind of like burning it like crazy to sustain value and to grow value. Uh, so the idea that we're finding mechanisms to do this, we're looking at PaintSwap, we're looking at other marketplaces, we're looking around the industry, going, well, how do we do this? I think that's I think it's a great concept. I like the idea of dark matter being used as phantom on foods. Like to me, it's a very innovative kind of burn mechanism. Uh, Again, that's an idea that will stem into, I'm sure, a ton of fucking projects. Then you have the NFT Realms marketplace, which I think, again, it's one of those things like the timing is just right for it in this space right now. Zoo was our first marketplace. They filled the gap at the time that we needed it, when we just didn't have a marketplace at all. They filled that gap. Stopped kind of focusing on the NFTs aspects while the NFT ecosystem was trying to boom. Then we had PaintSwap pop up, and they basically changed from a DEX to an NFT marketplace. And that was just a way to provide value to our community and just give us a way to have our NFT ecosystem boom. Artian was supposed to be this big fucking deal, and it has done nothing, and I now have zero expectations for it. Having spoken with members of the foundation when it comes to their thoughts on NFTs, I have zero expectations of the fucking foundation when it comes to NFTs. But then I know you have Zoo is coming up with Ouvra, which I think is more of like a really high class. I think that's kind of more like the taste making shit that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So that's kind of their focus. But we do, like I said, we have this focus, like we have this little gap of this. Yeah, I don't want to say curated because it's not curated, but like your way of verifying these artists and providing a platform for artists. Because right now, PaintSwap is it for everybody, but that can get a little bit overwhelming. So there is an aspect to, you know, almost wanting to have like an exclusivity within a marketplace. Uh, yeah, I'm super excited that you guys are bringing this to the table. To be honest, because I think it's really needed
Yeah.
in this space.
Yeah, and I mean, again, like there will be unverified artists on the marketplace, but it's in everybody's best interest as an artist to become a verified artist and be a legitimate artist because if you're not a verified artist on NFT's realm, well, you're not getting the benefits of being a verified artist on NFT's realm. You're not getting the ability to do merch and bring that extra stream of revenue for your project to help you build more. You're not going to be able to become or be showcased on our like weekly showcases of artists. you're not going to have that ability of projects trying to work with you to build more utility with their token and your token, or your NFTs. You're not going to have the ability to really just reap all of the benefits of being a verified artist, which we're trying to make as hard as possible, like a top, like the top tier cream of the crop thing that you can aspire to be. Um, because as a verified artist, it's just you're going to have those eyes on you versus a non-verified artist. Because if you go to a platform and you look on, like, say PaintSwap, like PaintSwap shows all of the projects that are on there based on volume, but some of those projects are just projects that created a token and have no utility. And some of them like can be a scam project, but they can get on there very easily and have it look official because they'll have their little like cover picture for their marketplace for their marketplace collection. But on Realms, I mean, it's the difference of somebody seeing a project and they look at it and they're like, well, I like the art. I like the artwork and what this project is doing, and I also like what the artwork and this other project is doing. But one's a verified creator and one's not. Well, obviously, your mind is mostly going to shift towards probably purchasing the project that's a verified creator
Mhm.
because it shows that they're actually legitimate within the space and they're doing something and they're not just trying to scam you. And I feel like with that unverified artist, then it's really just pure speculation. Um, and again, it's not going to be a crazy difficult process to become a verified artist. It's just submitting information to us so that we can verify who you are, your project, and that you're just not trying to scam people. And I think that's a very needed thing in this space because, as you said before, like you got rugged a few times in the past 2 weeks, and I mean it's very easy to do that. I mean the verification process when it comes to projects, like a project that doesn't have NFTs, I feel like the verification in a lot of people's eyes is an audit. And this is kind of our version of an NFT audit.
Yeah, no, I respect the shit out of that. Like I said, it does feel like this little gap, just because we're such a new ecosystem. It does feel like this little gap that is a space that can be filled by you guys. I'm super bullish on this. I'm kind of excited. I didn't really know about the NFT realm of of all of this conversation, to be honest. Uh, so this is awesome. Um,
Yeah, no, I definitely got way more off on a tangent for Realms, but yeah, no, it's definitely something that like us as a team, we are uber bullish on because we know the possibilities that it can bring for the FTM ecosystem and the projects that we've already been working with and other projects in the network because like as I said before, our main goal is to give dark matter as many use cases as possible. And having the platform gives gives us the ability to work with verified creators in a variety of ways, either through dark matter partnerships or through indirectly through a what maybe us having a partnership with one project, but then that project partnering with multiple other verified creator projects and building utility, and then you just have this snowballing effect. And it's something that I just swear I have only seen in FTM. Like and the biggest example, I'll go non NFT example, is let's say like Spooky Swap. So spooky, you can take your token, your boo token, and get X boo, but then you can take your X boo and put your X boo on another project and then earn their token, and then you can take that token and use that token to lock up and earn another token and it's just a way for you to snowball your one holding into earning multiple different holdings that you're bullish on. And like say like for Nkunk. I mean Nkunk's just like the layer one in that whole cake is just we have that partnership where you can pair your Nkunk with FTM and earn DMD, and then you can use DMD as food for your Phantomon. You can then if you're and this is perfect for people that are just say you're just in Phantomons. Say you're just in Phantomons and you want to get more exposure to the network, but you don't want to just take the money that like you don't want to sell your Phantomons to get into these other projects. So you take your NCUNK earnings, you pair them with FTM, you earn DMD. Well, now you can still use that for your Phantomons, or you can use that to purchase other NFTs to get into the space, or
Mm-hmm.
say Phantomons projects with another like partners with another project, and then you can and like it's just this whole snowball effect where you can take your tokens, pair it with another that you're in a you take your tokens of a project you're already bullish on and you're in, and then start earning tokens from all these other projects while also and having the ability to not only earn those tokens, but those tokens all have a use within this massive ecosystem. And you can either sell that token, hold that token, or use it for the use case that that token has. And I think I just think it's a beautiful concept because it's like it's just imagine having that in the real world where you take your dollar and then you give your dollar and something else to somebody and you earn like a little bit of gold, and then you can use that gold to make jewelry, or you can use that gold to hold and invest, or it's just it's like something that I just feel like is such a crazy concept, but it just makes so much sense within the community and especially within the NFT community that it's just something that I think is like really one of the next bigger things. I mean, it's just the biggest thing in FTM community. I mean, all of these projects are starting to do that, and it's just the next thing to do is bring that to NFTs. And I really think that um, the way that like our marketplace is going to be, and the way that we've created the dark matter token and our partnerships, I just think it's all going to eventually create this nice cohesive ecosystem where you're earning tokens with your NFT that you're using on all these other projects to get more exposure, and you only started with one token, but now all of a sudden you're holding 10 different tokens in projects that you love.
Hmm. So when it comes to the marketplace, I'll be able to buy and sell in DMD or FTM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. See, what the adding. I mean, when it comes to the DMD part of this, yeah, adding the FTM realms, that's fucking huge. That's a huge. It's a whole nother level for that token utility, and yeah, this is crazy. Um, when it comes to, have you guys thought about doing like what BitGems does at all? I mean, just kind of brainstorming. But when it comes to the, locking up DMD to earn an NFT, because BitGems
Yeah.
does the where yeah, it's like NFT reward for
Yeah. So
staking.
that's definitely something we're looking at because our next big thing that we are working on, I mean, obviously we have NFTs Realm, but since that's we have a separate developer working on that project. So we still consider them two separate projects.
Yeah.
But with DMD, like we are adding our own NFT page on our project where you'll be able to view your dark matter NFTs, but then you'll be able to stake them. So you'll
Mm.
like our founders tokens, you'll be able to stake those. You'll earn 8,000 DMD over the course of 3 months with each founders token you have, and then you'll be able to stake your other NFTs. And that's definitely something that we're looking at too, where you'll be able to stake your DMD for NFTs or for our comic books that we're already in the works of our comic books. But it's the biggest thing is how do we integrate those?
Yeah.
Do we or we're like we've been thinking, do we do it as you earn like you earn a comic book and then you earn a box that you have a specific chance of getting a different comic book out of, where there's like a set amount of rarity on each comic book, and we'll have like rarer comic books, or is it something where you earn pages? That's all stuff that we're looking at, but it's definitely something that like we do want to do with the DMD token is adding utility to earn NFTs with it, because again that just adds into the whole building an ecosystem that's self-sustaining. Because you can either earn DMD in a bunch of different ways, and then say, like as you said, lock it up and earn an NFT, or you can take the DMD you earned and go buy an NFT on the marketplace with your DMD.
Well,
Um,
that's what I'm thinking about. Like when I'm thinking about tokens that, you know, when the concept is like we're trying to burn them over time. Yeah, to give like an NFT behind it. Like even thinking like, you know, if I'm if I'm pairing my Entgunk with my FTM, and I'm earning DMD, and then like pairing my DMD Entgunk, which maybe it's like a burn mechanism of the two that then rewards me an NFT that's done by an in-house artist that you guys have or something.
yeah, and like that's definitely a possibility, and like that's just what I
I
love
think
about
it's
it is
something
that
that we've
all
talked
of
about
these.
before.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Jason.
I think it's something that we've talked about before, but it's just not anything that we've settled on just yet. But
Right,
it's
right.
still always in the possibilities list.
That's the amazing thing about this space, man. It's like, yeah, just as a community, like we have these conversations. I'm sure you guys have these conversations with other people, where everybody's brainstorming ideas. Uh,
For
yeah,
sure.
I'm super bullish. I'm really glad you guys came in
Yeah.
here because
Have
I
you seen one of our designs for our aliens?
no, you should fucking
Yeah. Let me post one to the chat.
yeah, let's get one in here.
I think I have my alien actually saved.
Yeah, we have
Uh,
about 18 made, I believe, at
yep,
the current
right
moment.
here.
So with those NFTs that Jason's sharing, like you'll have a rare like a specific they'll each have rarities, and you'll get a chance at getting like some of our rare ones or less rare ones, and then
This is sick.
like thanks. Yeah, one of our in-house artist, Hamid, has been working on those, and it's something that like we are looking at so many different ways to build utility with just our NFTs as well, because it's not just DMD that we want to build all the utilities with. We want our NFTs to have utility. And like our first utilities that we're going to have with it, besides like staking, is that you're going to get, if you get one of our rare, like top tier rare NFTs, then we're going to do like a NFT shirt drop through WThick LLC.
Mm,
We're going to do an NFT shirt drop to those rare holders that are specific shirts to those NFTs that they received. And only those shirts NFTs will only exist in a very limited amount for the people that got those NFTs. Um, and on top of that, I mean, we're also looking at movies, which I know is a wild concept within the within the dark or within just like the crypto space in general is films.
mm-hmm.
And that would be something. We've talked about it a few times. Bill and I have gone over it because I actually own a film studio, and my friends and I that started our film studio, we filmed our first short film in LA 2 weeks ago,
Oh shit!
and
No way.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. But we have a full fledged film that we're looking to film next year. But in between then, we have plenty of time and opportunity to work on other short films. And since we are a story based platform, we have so much of our story written out to the point where we have specific battles written out too that would be amazing to turn into little short films. So we're looking at having those short films, and then um, that's also another utility you get out of that NFT. You'll get, for example, like if you hold that NFT, then you have the ability to get your name in the credits of that short film.
Mm.
You'll receive specific digital NFT art if you're holding one of our general NFTs that is specific to that short film. You'll receive like a digital ticket or merch for that short film too if you're holding the NFT. So it's just a variety of things that we want to do, and we don't want to limit ourselves. I think that's been something that us as a team has really kind of hammered on, is that we don't want to limit ourselves, because we see that a lot of projects limit themselves from the start in their ideas, and then once they have accomplished what they wanted to accomplish, stuff slows down, and it slows down drastically because they have no idea what to do, and they've also limited themselves with with the tokenomics and how they built out their platform, that it becomes a lot harder for them to get into these other things. And because we had films and comic books and just all of these different ideas from the start, we wanted to make sure that our tokenomics and our project worked in a way that we can do those in the future, and that we can also build utility with it as well.
This is crazy. You guys are fucking
Like
nuts.
so, so
You
you,
guys are going after the incentives grants. Uh,
Dude, we just have fun with it, to be
I
honest with
like
you.
this. No, I fucking dig this, man. Yeah, and you know you're in the right community for the shit because you know I see D'Angelo's in here from the Phantom Flamingos. You know that team over there, same kind of idea. They're filmmakers and music makers and artists and DeFi guys. You know, there's so much cool shit being built in Phantom. For you guys, kind of as like a new platform, kind of coming out of nowhere. Uh, I think it's awesome. You guys are putting your just purely your best foot forward. Really trying to tackle some of the just the little gaps that we have in our ecosystem right now, and be innovators. I like this a lot.
Yeah, man, we just have fun with it. Like, it's just, it building is so much fun. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of damn stress behind building because building takes time, and building something right takes time,
Mm-hmm.
and it also takes money. So it's definitely something that does have that stress behind it, but in the end, it's fun. And that, I feel like, is what, if you're having fun building a project, then it just makes your project that much better. And because if you're having fun with it, then the community's having fun with it, and the community can feel. I feel like you could feel the enjoyment of a project founder and the project team by just interacting with the project itself. You can see how much dedication and enjoyment that team gets out of it. I mean, when Water and Larkin dropped Phantomons,
Yeah, yeah,
I it was a no brainer for me to just mint 30 of them.
yeah,
I didn't question. I bought five, and then I was like, all right, where do I scoop up some NF or some FTM that I got in
yeah,
other investments, so that I could just sell off and buy some more
yeah,
Phantomons? Because I was like, I'm loving this, and I
yeah.
was like, and then just reading through the docs, I was like, this is crazy, because it's just something that hasn't been done before, but it's not something that it's like, as Water said earlier, he took the features of his favorite games and put it into something that can become a self-sustaining ecosystem. And like, as he said, once you get to kind of that final product, it's not a question that people have of like, what's next, what's more, because everybody is already enjoying what you've created to such a high degree that it's just, they'll stick with you, and they love the project, and they love what is going on, and it's not a question of what's coming next, because you have full faith in the project, that even if they're not releasing something for a lot longer, that you know it's going to be a great product, and you know it's going to be fun because you've already been having fun, and it's not like the fun stops while you're waiting for the next thing to come out.
I see. Darth Fractals just took your NFT and put him in some crazy ass world, and that's a fucking wild.
yeah,
That's a
it
wild.
looks awesome.
That's a wild little piece. uh, yeah,
Wait,
man.
where's that at?
It's
Where's your,
in the voice chat
In
text.
the voice chat.
Uh, yeah,
oh
no,
yeah, that looks wild.
I
That
love
looks really wild,
I
bro.
love what you just said about the whole like the passion project and how you can kind of yeah. I mean that's why I'm bullish on quite a few of the projects that I'm bullish on is that yeah I get in these conversations and you hear and feel the passion. Um, they would ride that shit to zero and enjoy it all the way down and continue building it. So that's the shit you want to invest in when it comes to the space.
De- Definitely. And I think like what really enabled that for our team is that, like, Bill, our founder, we all of us had known Bill for a while. Bill Bill had worked on a few BSC projects and started some BSC projects, and some of like the initial like first projects on BSC like Thugs, and he had he was one of the starting members of BSC News, and had worked on the Hyper team for a while,
Mm.
and it's just overall Bill enjoys the crypto space so much. Bill's been in it since like 2013 and has seen a lot come and go, and just wanted to build a project that he thought was fun and that other people would enjoy, and really gave us as a team a lot of freedom. He doesn't micromanage. He doesn't try to say it needs to be this way or that way. He really lets everybody kind of bring their own opinion into it. And if somebody's got a great idea and they think it's going to be fun and they think it's going to work with DMD and help progress us in the long term, then we go with it. Because I mean, everybody in our team is an owner of the project in one way or another, and has contributed to something in their own way without really having somebody just shoot down an idea, because we don't really see anything as like a too crazy of an idea, because the possibilities are limitless in DeFi, and which with what you could build with smart contracts. And so we just gave ourselves the freedom to just build what we thought was fun and what we all wanted to, like a project that we all wanted to invest in, because all of us had been in projects that we just watched die, or that we just watched like just become just kind of pretty basic, and kind of got bored of. And a lot of us did get bored of investing in projects because there was nothing you're getting out of it besides money. And I mean, it comes then it to me it just like, for a long time before dark matter and before we started working on this project, I just started feeling like investing in crypto was like investing in the stock market for me. I used to be a day trader, and it just eventually lost the fun in it because it's all money in the end and there's nothing else outside of that. And I feel like it's just something that you need to have fun with, because it's not just an investment. It's, it's truly the future, and it's just something that why not have fun with it and make money at the same time? Like, who says you can't do that?
Yeah.
It definitely started to feel dull to me before I started working with dark matter. I was I was getting bored with the BSC side of things, and just working with this team has been great. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. I fucking love the space. How many guys are part of the team between the couple projects you got going between Dark Matter and NFT Realms?
So for dark matter, we have about 14 of us.
Jesus.
Um, and then I think for realms, a lot of our team also works on realms, and then we have a developer over there. So I think for realms, it's like 5 or 6. But I mean, a lot of us still contribute to realms, even if we're not directly working on realms, because it's still, in some ways, is part of dark matter, even though it's its own separate project.
Yeah, I'm fucking super bullish. I'm glad you guys came in here and awoke me to this because yeah, I mean it's so early in this space in this ecosystem. Like I said, you guys are kind of filling gaps that need to be filled. Uh, I think the partnership is epic with Phantomons. Uh, Again, I love listening to you talk. Just you sound very much like water in the idea of this being about fun. You know, this is why we all love this space so much. It's not, yeah, we're killing it. But even during bear markets, like this is a fun fucking space. Uh, so it's cool that you guys are building this passion project. I'm super bullish just in the idea that you're a DeFi platform that almost has like more of a NFT expertise and focus. So me personally, like I'm bullish as fuck because I have an NFT
Thanks.
focus, and am learning DeFi through fucking video games like Phantomons.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, it hasn't been an easy ride. Like, I'll tell you that. I mean, you can just check our charts. I mean, we've been down since our basically our launch, but it really though it gets to us in some way, shapes, or form, we just understand that a lot of the community in Phantom either hasn't really recognized us yet, or they recognized us, but they don't really understand everything that we're doing or everything that we're trying to do. And so that's kind of the one thing that just really keeps us chugging along is that look, everybody doesn't necessarily understand like the great plans that we have for it, but also the things that we are doing currently.
Mhm.
Because I think also a lot of people forget that it takes time to build, and and one of our definitely like things that we looked past when we first joined FTM from KCC when we moved from over from KCC and launched here is that the a massive majority of the FTM community only uses Discord.
Yeah.
And
Are you
yeah,
guys
when
coming
we
from the
first
Telegram side of things?
yeah, so we come from
Yeah,
the Telegram side of things. I mean, we're all like BSC people that like I mean that's where most of us started. And so Telegram was just our main way of communication. I honestly had a Discord account before, but I never used my Discord
Hmm.
until we got into the FTM community.
Yeah.
And
same
so
for me.
that's definitely been like one of our weak suits, I'll admit, is that we've been putting way too much effort in our marketing efforts to have people join our Telegram. But the people that are on Telegram in the FTM community are really just a lot of the people that are looking for a short flip or a short ride and short gains, but all of the long term people are on Discord. So what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks is really pushing for people to join our Discord and building out our Discord. Because I mean our Discord was pretty basic up until the past few days. We've been trying to really build it out and make it a lot more user friendly and just something where we can really start interacting with our community more. So that's just I mean that's like I feel like one of the things that hasn't really helped us much is that we it took us I mean, we launched like October, like early October, and since then we've rarely ever even used Discord up until now. And
Right.
then it's only now that our team is really starting to shift everything over to Discord. So I definitely feel like that was a really short-sighted thing that we didn't notice from the start. But we are acknowledging now and really going to start taking a lot more greater efforts to build out our Discord
Mhm.
so that we can be more engaged with our community and have voice chats and really have give people the ability to learn more about dark matter without having to go into our docs and just having that information readily available in our Discord so that our community can grow and be more informed. So that's definitely where a lot of our marketing efforts are going to be focused over the next coming weeks because we've honestly gotten tired of our Telegram chat for our project because even though we have over 800 people in there, pretty dead quiet in there because
Yeah.
again most people are over here on Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something that I've learned in this last few months is that Phantom Telegram completely different community than Discord Telegram. And so hence why some of the foundation members that hit the Twitter uh, get ratioed pretty good coming from the actual community, which seems to be on Discord. But it's good that you guys are recognizing that and making the adjustment. That is it's super telling that that you are making an adjustment, and because I mean to me that's kind of the same feel that I get. If I want to fuck around on meme coins and shit, I'll go to Telegram. But if there's projects that I want to, you know, make a long term investment in, it's here on Discord that I'm learning about them.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean I like I that's where I've found a lot of the projects that I've been getting in and I love now on FTM is through Discord and I really haven't found any of these good projects have Telegram chats. Most just don't even have a Telegram chat. They're just it's not even an option for them. So that it is something that we realized pretty like I feel like a little late, but we are making that shift, and we really do think that'll help us in the short term and really build back the strength in our community and the active users. Because I think having just Telegram has really hurt our active users because most of those active users are on Discord. And
Right.
so they might not see the information that we're sending out or what our project is doing. And then they join our Discord and see that our Discord's pretty inactive because we haven't been using it. So now we're again, we're going to be shifting most of our efforts over to really growing our Discord community because you got to go where the community is. And we recognize that, whether it be a little bit later than we should have, but it's
And you
definitely something
know,
that we'll push for.
to not to leave the Telegram people behind because we have good people over there
Oh, of
too.
course, of course.
So what we did also was we bridged our Telegram to our Discord. So now anything you type in Discord, it'll go to Telegram, vice versa.
Oh, cool. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a good way to do it, especially if your Telegram's not as active, because then at least the people over there. Because some people, there's a bit of a tribal thing too, right? Some people like even when I was watching Phantom Developers Conference, uh, Fiery Dev was literally telling people in the audience like, get fucking Discord. Because this is where shit is happening, and Fiery Dev is a huge person in this community. Uh, and I watched one of the audience members like basically look at him and go like oh, I fucking hate Discord. And it's like, dude, like you really like you hate Discord, so you're not gonna use it. But like, look at what the fuck is going on over here. Um, yeah,
That was definitely a few
I'm
of
glad to
us.
see you guys making that adjustment.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a few of us at the start. I
Yeah.
mean, when we first started on FTM, we were like, do we make a Discord? And a few of us were like, nah, fuck that. Because a lot of us had just never really used Discord before and just weren't comfortable with it.
Mhm.
But we learned our lesson that the FTM community is not on Telegram. They are on Discord. So yeah, we're gonna really be building that out because I mean I'm a very vocal person. I can type in chats all day long, but I like talking and I
Yeah,
like engaging with people and it's a lot harder to do that through Telegram. I
yeah, dude,
mean
that's
you
my thing. That's
yeah
really why I have the rabbit hole. It's like as much as I would love to sit here and fucking type all day, I love just hitting that hangout button right below us where it's just all right, we're live, whoever the fuck shows up shows up, but I can kind of discuss my ideas just out there.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I know our whole team is like now that none of us on our team are really like opposed to using Discord and everybody's become comfortable with it. I think it's definitely built up a lot more excitement and now that I mean a few members like I know a few of us on our team including me once became comfortable with Discord and realized just how superior it is. I honestly like I get disgusted with Telegram in so many ways now because I'm just
Yeah.
like I can't believe I was just like using this so avidly and it's just it was stupid
Well,
because yeah,
and it's fuck. 'Cause some
Yeah,
guys
I
are like,
feel much more comfortable using Discord now too. It
yeah.
was new for me, but now that I'm over here, I know what's up.
Well, it's
I
crazy because I still
love it.
feel like like kind of like a baby over here in Discord. Like you know, I go to some of these Discords I've been in have so many cool fucking bots and add-ons and this and that going on in their Discords. Like they have game rooms and this and that. Uh, yeah, I'm still learning how to even fucking add to my Discord. It feels like the possibilities are endless. Like it feels like in the end, you know, I'm already at this point where I feel like Discord almost has to actually make some adjustments going forward. It feels like every project basically needs its own app, and then I need to be able to like scroll through Discord like I scroll through my phone, looking through the apps. Because you're a part
yeah,
of
that's
fucking
cool.
200 different Discords now, and when they're all just in that little sidebar, and all I have is that little fucking picture, it's a little bit intense to keep organized.
Yeah, can you organize them into categories?
All I can, all I've got them some organized into folders, but like
I
that's
gotta
all I
figure
got.
that
But
out.
I can't really, I don't think I can really label the folders or anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, they I mean I feel like with the whole crypto community in general, starting to slowly shift towards Discord, I feel like Discord will make those changes. But I mean, I'm still in the very very baby stages of it. I mean, I was adding more chats to our Discord yesterday and building it out, and I was just getting lost on like permissions.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It's so
so I've
elaborate.
yeah, so I've been like it's very elaborate, and but that's good because that means that there's a lot more uses and possibilities that you can do and have, and I like that because I mean the only way in Telegram that you can notify people of like an announcement that you made is pinning it.
Right,
But then all of a sudden you have a million pins and somebody asks you about this question, you're like, and then you get upset. You're like, we already pinned it. Read through the pins.
right,
But then you got to remember that that person might have to go 10 pins deep to find that info.
right.
Whereas in Discord, you can have you if they're just looking for your social media posts, you can have one for that. If they're looking for big announcements for dark matter or for realms, then we can have that. And it really gives people the ability to I feel like it ends a lot of those stupid questions you get from people where people join your chat in Telegram and just ask a very stupid question that you're like, dude, didn't you like read our docs, or didn't you like check this out, or like but joining a Discord, it's like if you're coming and looking for one specific piece of info, you can join that Discord and find it within like 5-10 seconds, and then you have that info and you're informed.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like its own. This is really becoming it's like a social media app on its own. Rab. We have our bot god Rabtai. He just created that new bot more recently where it's basically our collab land where you can verify a wallet. So if I'm holding a token or an NFT, I can get into an exclusive chat section of a Discord and whatnot.
Yeah,
So like
and that's
these
what
little
we're
things are like just being added, right? Like we're so fucking
yeah.
early, but it's even little things like that are gonna add cool utilities to NFTs and stuff. Because
I'm glad you said
there is an exclusivity aspect that obviously provides value.
definitely, and I'm glad you said that. That I didn't know that there's already like bots that can check to see if you're holding a specific token in your wallet because we need that. I mean, our founders tokens. We have a specific chat room on Telegram that is only for holders of our founders tokens.
Yep. So
And I mean,
that's possible. That will
yeah,
be possible.
yeah, and I mean, we built that out by knowing who we sent each founder token to and adding them individually.
Yep.
But I would love to just have it automatically where you join the Discord and you have that token in your wallet and you get that permission added and you're able to join that. And I feel like and it gives you that ability to not only um, give people access to like a specific section in your Discord, but then now you can have sections within that section where only those token holders can reach that, like a voice chat specifically for those people, and like chat rooms for those
Yep.
people, and announcement channels if you want to give those specific holders um, an announcement early or give them access to something a little early to test it out. That really gives you the ability of doing so, and I think that's really cool that you can just do all of that kind of stuff on Discord. Like as you said with bots, like the bots and the integration with bots and allowing you to easily do so. Just it's it's just leagues ahead of Telegram.
Yeah, so this is what I mean. This is little things about this that excite me about your guys' project. Seeing you guys make the transition into Discord, recognizing the potential and the innovations that are probably coming to Discord. You've already got your foot in the door with the DeFi aspect. We've got the NFT aspect of this coming. You're really integrating yourself within the community as much as possible. Uh, yeah, this is stuff I'm super bullish on. The passion project aspect, like, yeah. I very much usually tell people in the rabbit hole that, like, I try to, unless the art is fucking unbelievable or the project is just absolutely mind blowing, like, my mindset usually is more so like invest in people. Uh, and yet, this is the kind of people that I want to put backing behind for sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Like, I
thanks,
mean,
man.
that's like, I mean, kind of the one thing that we really are like hope that the whole FTM community recognizes eventually. Um, and I mean, we're really looking forward to the day that we are able to hit the goals needed for FTM incentives because those FTM incentives, I feel like a lot of projects see the ability to earn those FTM incentives as just an extra cash grab for them. It could, because there's so many projects where they're already big on another network, and then they just like launch over on FTM as well, easily hit that 5 million TVL because they're already a massive project in
Yeah.
general. And then they just start receiving those FTM incentives, but they're not doing, they do little with it. Maybe they reward token holders in a few little other ways, but I feel like you have to go a lot further than that. And what I've seen other projects do that I've brought up to the team that I think we should really do is once we earn those FTM incentives, use that money to like not just add more developers to the project, but like literally teach developers that might have coding experience but aren't have don't have any experience in the DeFi world, and teaching them how to become Solidity
Like create
developers and
new
developers that
developers.
you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was watching FTM alerts. Forgot what project owner it was that he had on there, but that guy was saying that he uses almost all of his FTM incentives to pay and train new developers. And I just thought that was beautiful because one of the big issues that we have fallen into as a project, which is one of the big reasons why it has taken us longer to develop certain things, is developers. I mean,
Mm.
developers are a very hot commodity right now, and not just developers, but great developers, the developers that you want on your team to build an amazing project. And we've had to go through a few developers to get the great developers that we have right now. And even then it's a hot commodity when you need another developer, because you're like, do we go through a few other developers to try to find the right one?
Mhm.
When you get those FTM incentives, you can use that money to literally build the developers that you need and the developers that you want. And not just that, you can use and then you can use that money to build out your platform more, instead of, I mean, again, as I said, other projects I've seen have just used the FTM incentives and used it as basically an extra reward for their holders. But I think you're going to get way more value out of FTM incentives on putting every last like dollar of that, or most of that money, right back into your project and developing new features and developing new developers to build those features and be on your project long term. Because again, I'm one that thinks that building should never stop. Just because you hit your final product doesn't necessarily mean that you've hit the end of the road. It just means that you've learned a lot, and that now you have to take that information and see like what other unique ways you can build. And I really like, I mean, that's why we moved over to FTM, is because of those FTM incentives versus KCC, which, I mean, don't get me started on that. KCC is, man, it's terrible. It is bad over
Yeah,
there.
I can only imagine.
Uh, yeah, I mean, when we moved over from FTM, the total amount, or when we moved over from KCC, before we were about to launch on KCC, we were looking, and it's the total amount of liquidity within the network was $5 million.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so that means that even if you build an amazing product, the most money that you could have theoretically locked into your project is $5 million.
Yeah, yeah. Crazy.
And then they weren't offering any building incentives. They weren't offering anything like that. And I mean, we were a very like, people were really looking forward to us in the community because they didn't have people doing what we're doing, because there's no incentive for people to do that. And then again, people notice that, like, hey, the max I can get is 5 mil locked to my project. Well, there's only so far I can really take my project with that, versus you like once you get those incentives, you can the possibilities really become even more limitless, and like what you can do and what you can build. And you might have thought that where your project was at was peaked out, but now you have this extra inflow of cash that you can use to build bigger and better things. And I mean, us as a team, we're excited to get to that point, and we know we know it's not going to happen tomorrow. We know it might not happen a month from now. We know it might take months for us to get there, and we understand that for some projects it only takes a few days to get there. But we want that because we know that every like all of that money can go into helping our community become bigger, stronger, and just have more things that they can use DMD for and enjoy themselves and have more just have fun. Like as we said before, just have more fun and it gives you that ability to build fun.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Well, gentlemen, I think we kind of covered everything I wanted to cover. Does anybody in here have any questions? Doesn't sound like it. Um, well, fellas, Dark Matter DeFi, NFT Realms. Do we have a date on the potential release of NFT Realms yet?
So we are launching it in December.
Okay.
It's we're obviously looking for we're like we don't want to give a hard date. We're not ones to love giving hard dates because hard dates give people something to look forward to, and
Yeah.
then the second you have an issue and you need to develop a little bit longer,
You failed.
people get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I what I can say is we're looking for second week of December.
Cool. Yeah,
Um,
and then we got
yeah,
this new partnership with Phantomons. So if you got Phantomon trainers right now earning Entgunk, well, you could be taking that Entgunk, pairing it with FTM, earning DMD, which is going to be a Phantomon food. Uh,
soon,
yeah.
soon Scully's too. We
Soon
will.
Scully's too. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm talking to Funeral right now. He posted in the Scully's chat that he was excited to work with us. And they got some more things going on with their token. I was reading up a little bit on that
It'd be an
today.
interesting little, be an interesting little niche that you could get into actually, to be the
Yeah,
kind of the if there's an NFT project that has tokens, um, yeah, to kind of be a partnership.
yeah, and I mean another one that's in the network too that we're talking with right now is Slurp. Um,
Ooh, we like the
yeah,
slurp. We like the slurp in
yeah.
the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. Well, Mace Papa, the dev, he's actually my first ever friend in DeFi from like 7, 8 months ago.
Oh no way. Yeah, Mace is a
Yeah, he
legend,
was.
dude. Mace is fucking wicked.
Yeah, Mace and I go way back, and Mace was a developer of a project I sadly got time rugged on. But and I mean, he got rugged on it too because the dev just up and left, or the owner of the project up and left, and didn't even give him a notice. But we've been good friends for a long time, and we've been talking about Slurp, and we're looking at getting some Slurp farms going on. And I know Slurp has got some NFTs coming, and if
Yep.
we do some Slurp farms to earn DMD, well, that's a way that you can buy some Slurp NFTs is earning DMD with your Slurp, and then buying Slurp NFTs with DMD. So there's another possibility right there for you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Uh, well, I guess we got a giveaway they're gonna be doing over the next little bit. Um, I guess we got a secret word that we have to give out to those listening right now.
I think Jason was on that. Is that you, Jason?
Yeah, yeah. The word can be anything really. Um, doesn't really matter. Just it's for people that are in here that are listening. That way, when you go to post your submission to Dark Matters Discord, you add this word to it. Just let the word be hmm,
Realms.
realms is perfect.
Yeah, this is
Realms is
exciting,
perfect.
dude. This is very exciting. Yeah, you can see that everybody's in here pretty pumped about the slurp announcement there. Um, we like the slurp. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and so
Again, I know Bill's an awesome member of this community. Like I even had remember Chris Rock and I were talking one day, and I forget what I said. I think I said something about Dark Matter DeFi with the Phantomon partnership, and he was like, "Dude, I don't even care if that fucking token goes to zero. I just want to support Bill." Uh, and like to me, that was a super telling statement because it's a guy that I respect a ton in the community, who obviously respects Bill a ton. You guys are fucking awesome. This again, water's in here. The whole passion project thing, we already talked about that. You can feel this out of you guys. It's cool that you guys are coming from the. I like having fellow NFT collectors. Uh, they're trying to fucking figure shit out. You know, how to bring some more value and some utility to NFTs. But then from the DeFi aspect as well, is like how can NFTs help DeFi tokens? Uh,
Yeah, and it's a new world. It's a new world that people are just exploring and figuring everything out.
yeah, love it, guys. Well, everybody's got. Make sure you remember the word realms. Uh, NFT Realms will be coming out in December at some point. Uh, I'm super excited about that. Uh, I'm already I'm farming my DMD, getting ready for Phantomon Foods. Phantomons happen to drop in December as well, so timing of that is great.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm pumped for that. I am very pumped for that.
so again, they we've been talking about like the early benefit to Phantomon holders. The idea that you can stack Endgunk right now. There's the idea that you could be stacking up fucking DMD right now because with these new burn mechanisms that are going to be getting in play. I imagine. I mean, not financial advice, but I imagine value of token goes up a little bit when supply starts getting burned and new utilities get added. There's a new big NFT marketplace that you can buy and sell NFTs through that with, and uh, it's providing a burn mechanism to the token. Like, yeah, the whole scenario is super bullish for me. Uh, I'm really glad you guys came
Yeah,
in here.
thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I think
Anyways,
some people are. I think some people are confused. Or so, I think some people are confused on where to post in our Discord. Just go into the general chat, guys, and post something, and then add realms into it, and then we'll reach out to the giveaway winners.
that is
Right,
awesome.
and just to clear it up on the giveaway. So basically, you draw your own Phantomon card,
I'm so excited
and
to see this.
you go ahead and you post that to our Discord. Add that word realm to it, and we're gonna pick 5 people. You're gonna win a trainer card and also one of our founders tokens, which will give you access to that exclusive chat that we talked about, and you can also stake that in the future to earn DMD.
And you
Yeah,
get to
there's only
fucking draw a
169 of
Phantomon
those.
card to do it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
exactly.
only 169 of our founders tokens. And I think about like 130, 135 have already been given out, so we're getting really close on all of those being fully distributed.
So is just for my brain here, is the founders token that funny like one of those alien characters that I'm looking at, or is that
No,
that's
No,
so
that's a separate thing, right?
yeah, so it's a
Yeah.
separate thing. It's a token. It's I mean it's an NFT, but it's just like the NFT picture of it is just a digital DMD token.
Right.
But it gives you it gives you prime access to like getting to see things before it's released to the general community. It'll be stakeable once we release our NFT staking, and it'll earn you
DMD.
eight
Yep.
thousand 8,000 DMD over the course of 3 months.
Wow. Wow.
So, I mean, even right now, that is 45. So we're 4.5 cents right now. So that's almost, it's right now. $100. It's what, $400? Almost $400.
Fuck, that ain't bad for doing nothing.
Yeah, and that's now. I mean, imagine once
Yeah.
we have all of our
Once.
use cases
Yeah.
going.
Well, exactly. Right.
Yeah, I mean, we I think we were close to $1 when we first launched, and I mean, even then, that right there, even if we get back to there, that's almost 8 grand over the course of 3 months earning from our founder token,
Yeah.
and
Oh, it's fucking
give you,
clean. It looks
yeah,
nice. It's actually a
yeah,
sharp looking NFT too.
yeah, and so those have been out since we launched, and just to give you some info on it, again, only 169 have been minted, but only about 130 out there have been distributed. And even though people have been holding them since October, even though there isn't a necessary place to sell them until Realms is launched, we have been offering an escrow service where people can buy and sell them if they are listing theirs for sale. And even though we've had them out since October, the first sale happened yesterday
Wow.
or 2 days ago. The first
Wow.
two, yeah, we had two sales happen, and those were our first only two sales since October of those founders tokens. And so people are holding on to those real tight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and they went. I actually bought one of them off of somebody. I was the highest bid on it, $205. Which man, I was like, if you're willing to sell it to me for that, man, I already know that I can get that
Yeah,
money
I
back in
gotta
three
get it
months,
back.
even at
Yeah.
our current prices.
So where can I find one of these tokens if I wanted to buy one?
So if you wanted to buy one, you'd have to have somebody list one for sale. We can start doing those sales in our general chat. Those first two sales were only done in our founders token chat,
Okay.
but the next time one goes up for sale, we will post that in our general chat so that people in the community can bid and try to get in.
Right.
Well, once Realms launches, those will be fully tradable on Realms, so there will be another opportunity to get one. But besides that, it's mostly giveaways right now until we
Yeah, we got
distributed the
5 of these
last batch.
motherfuckers to give away, and that's exciting as shit. So yeah, ladies and gents, these are not easy to get your hands on. Darth
Yeah, I
Fractals
think.
asks, he wants to ask a question here.
Yeah, go ahead, Fractals.
I was wondering with the founders tokens, if someone is inactive for a while, do you have any way of like redistributing the token?
Not that I know of right now, but that is a good question. I can
Yeah, it
ask.
is a good question.
Yeah, I can ask our developers and see. Because yeah, no, that is a very good question because you don't want to have one of those very, very limited mints just sitting around there and floating out of existence forever.
It could be like a
Yeah,
Satoshi lost, like it's like a lost Bitcoin.
yeah. I mean, the if that does happen, then that's just that the
Cause yeah,
community,
yeah, you
that
could,
chat that you can get in is
yeah,
more
because then
limited.
you could do like a generation 2.
Yeah, no, that's very true. That's very true. If need be, and we aren't able to reclaim that, if somebody does go inactive for say like 6 months or very like a very long period of time, then we totally could, if necessary, do a generation two redistribute to active holders, and then give other people the opportunity to get in with those extra ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no, that was a
well,
great question.
guys, I really enjoyed this. Thank you very much for coming in here and doing this. Yeah, super bullish. Love it.
Thanks, man. I love the community that you've built up. I'm gonna definitely be in here a lot more now that I'm trying to be a lot more engaged within the Discord community.
I plan to do the same.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm looking at making the jump full time here soon. Um, yeah, I
Nice.
mean we're at the point now where there's no reason that we can't have 24/7 content going on. So if I can do my part on a daily basis of providing some content, then that's what I'd like to do. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to do that jump sooner rather than later. Especially now that it's fucking cold as shit in Canada. We got our first like real good snowstorm last night. So the whole
Yeah,
like
man.
commute to
I got
work
the
thing
opposite of
just
that.
doesn't seem. I don't want to do that anymore.
I can't tell you the last time I saw snow.
Oh
I
no
live
way.
in a very, very desert state. Let's
Oh,
say that.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
and I'm way down in the southern U.S., so we don't really get it.
Yeah, I would. I you know what? To be honest, I'd probably I could go without it. I could definitely go without it, especially 6 months of the year with it. Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah, man. Thank you again for everything.
yeah,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you
man.
guys. Appreciate this big time. I got this recorded, so I'll probably tomorrow morning I'll get it posted up and then sent to you guys.
Awesome.
Cool. And yeah, I'm excited to see what artworks some people create for the Phantom odds.
Yeah, so
Me
guys,
too.
I'm
And I
gonna
want to thank
fucking
Water.
yeah, I'm right. I'm gonna participate in this one
Yeah, I'm
because I
excited.
want one of these founder tokens. Uh, and fuck it, I want to draw a little phantom on. I think that's hilarious. All right, guys. Well,
Awesome, man. Well, yeah.
appreciate this big time.
Yeah, thanks. If anybody has any other questions, just feel free to pop into our chat and join our chat if you haven't already.
Yeah, right on, guys. Yeah, if you want to drop links again, well, I guess you just dropped them. Not that. If you want to drop links again, feel free to drop them in here. Uh, Same within kind of the drop alpha here area. If you want to drop your links in there, yeah, that would be awesome. Because
Cool.
yeah, I think people are going to start waking up to DMD a little bit here soon.
Yeah, I mean we know that we feel like a sleeping giant, and
Well, that
it's
NFT realm
we're
shit,
there.
like I don't think anybody even knows about that.
Yeah, no, again because it's not because it's a separate project, which so I feel like a lot of people have been not really understanding necessarily the gravity of realms and
Yeah,
what we're doing with it. But
yeah,
I feel like it'll be very very soon where everybody is kind of getting a hold of dark matter in
yeah.
realms.
That's a big ass project, and that provides a big ass utility, an additional utility to the dark matter token, which is again, it's what you're trying to do for these DeFi tokens. Either
Yeah.
burn them or provide a utility. And that'll make number go up. So, well, guys, thank you very much once again. I'm gonna say goodnight.
All right, have a good one,
All
man.
right.
Thank
All right,
you,
guys.
everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Good night. Thanks everybody.